your life lame, or are you allowing social media deceive you? Are men trash, or have you been picking the bad ones? Also, do you not look good, or do you not dress your style? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiamaka Okebo. If you're new on this channel, you're very much welcome. If you're a returning viewer, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. Please do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about rebranding and reinventing yourself. Okay, now I know that sounds like, hey, what's up, what's going on here? Now, this video is for people who actually want to rebrand. Now, there are various reasons why you want to rebrand yourself. It could be because you have a bad attitude. It could be because you're a toxic person, or you just feel like things actually need to change. You could be changing also to fit your current era, to fit your new person, to fit the person you want to be, correct? You could also be living in survival mode and you're tired. You don't want to live in survival mode. You actually want to enjoy and feel yourself. That could be another reason. And every year we make New Year resolutions. We pen down things that we want to do, things that we want to achieve, the new us and all of that, and at the end of the day we end up not meeting some or most of those things, right? I'm not against New Year resolutions, but I am pro being realistic. Cheers to new beginnings and cheers to new life, of course. Now, if you fall within that range of people who want to set themselves apart, but maybe there are things about you that you would like to change, or things about you that people have noticed, or things about you that no longer align with you, the you want to be, right? And you want to change them, or you just want to change your person. This is not about altering your entire being. It could be one part of you. It could be anything. It could be putting yourself more together, more organized, taking yourself on a journey, right? It could be any of those. Now, if you fall within this category, you're very much welcome. I like to say in my videos that these videos are also for me. It's not just for you, okay? We're all here to learn, so feel free to leave your comments in the comment section, right? And let's do this. Now, it's important that you know that reinventing yourself is not a total change, right? It's not like it's not there. What you're trying to do is bring out something in you that is probably innate and just there. Now, to reinvent simply means to produce something based on what already exists. You already exist. You're just trying to bring out a better version of you, a better part of you, right? That's the essence of reinventing. You're just trying to rebrand, okay? Now, how do you start? The first things first, before we even say anything, you need to self-reflect. Understand the why. Who am I currently? Your strengths, your weaknesses, what gives you joy, what's currently stealing your joy away. Like it falls into all aspects of life: spiritual, personal, what you eat, where you go, how you dress, how you look. You need to deep dive into yourself and understand you, because the only way you understand you that you even need to know where you're headed, right? Now, when you understand your person, when you've done that analysis of your person, what you need to know, what you need to check again, ask yourself is, who do I want to be? So I'm here. Where am I going to? Do I want to be here? Do I want to be here, or is it here, right? You need to do that understand, like tell yourself, who do I, if no one was holding you back, right? So now no one is holding you, nothing is holding you, money is not a problem, connection is not a problem, failure is not a problem, right? If nothing was holding you back, what would you do? What would you do and have fun doing, right? Like what do you see yourself doing? Now, it's not just the personal, it's not just your work life, it's not just your being out there life. I'm talking about the whole ramification, spirituality. Reason being, you might have that idea that you want to be that prayerful boss chick, right? Holy Ghost boss chick. It could be something you do. Maybe your prayer life right now is down and you're looking at reinventing yourself. You need to look at all aspects of your life, including your prayer life, your school life, your work life, like that, your church life, right? Okay, I want to be going to church, I want to be going for morning masses, I want to be doing this, that kind of thing. Is it like, what do you want to be known for? Who do you want to be? What do you want to identify as? Okay, now when you're able to do that, the next thing will be to ask yourself, what are the habits I need to change to get there? Because if you're here and you're trying to get here, there's a space in between and you've got to fill up that gap, right? What do you need to do to fill up those gaps? What are those habits you need to imbibe that would help you move from this phase to the upper one. There's something that's really important that you do is to understand why you are doing what you're doing, because all of this, when you understand the why, it will help you over time. Even times when you feel like, oh, I'm tired, I know do again, right? This would help you keep you on track because you know the why. You understand the basics, or the line essence, so to speak. You understand the line essence of why you are trying to be who you want to be, why you're trying to change. That propels you, even when you are tired, even when you are like, you know what, I'm done. That propels you to do more, to push on, to do better, because you know the why. The why will motivate you. The why is what will push you. So it's important that you understand the why. And of all this analysis you're trying to do, you need to be as realistic as possible. And we always fall into the trap of trying to focus on goals, what we need to do, what we need to achieve, what we need to, how we're unable to achieve this, how we're unable to achieve that. But when you're trying to reinvent and rebrand yourself, you need to start from you. Put you first as a person. Focus on you as a person. All ramifications of your life before you even start focusing on the goals. This is what I want to do in 2023. No, you as a person, who are you? Who do you want to be? What do I need to do to be who I want to be, and why am I doing this? So it's all you. That way it propels you to do more. You are energized. And something to ask yourself is, if money wasn't a problem, if success is promised, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Now be realistic. I'm not talking about, oh, I will jump off a plane, or I'm going to buy eco hotel. No, be as realistic as possible, because this would help you, right? So if you weren't afraid and no one held you back, what would you do? What is that thing that you would do? Be realistic as possible and understand that we can't change if we're constantly lying to ourselves. And also, you can't trust yourself, so to speak. So you won't trust yourself, you won't change, because you're constantly lying to yourself. So at this point in time, forget about people outside and focus on you as a person. Be as realistic as possible. What exactly do you want? Do you want to be a corporate babe, or do you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Both of them are real jobs. They are real and they are hard. Also, do you want to work for someone, or do you want to float your own business? Both of them are time consuming. Both of them requires your energy, requires your time. Both of them are not easy. I see people argue and say, oh, you work in 9 to 5, oh, AC just blow your head. It's not easy. It's not as easy as you think. AC would be the least of your problems when you start working. For sometimes you will put it off, right? So, and some people will be like, running a business is quite easy. It's not as easy as you think. Have you stayed one full day and nobody says hi? Not that the person, not that you did not sell. That's not your problem. It's the fact that nobody even came to even ask how much. Letting that be that, okay, you did not close the deal. Everything is hard. Like, either way, you've got to struggle your way up. What exactly can you do? Do you want kids? Do you want a family? I know people do not like to hear this, but there are a lot of people, male and female alike, that do not want kids. Some people want to get married and they do not want kids. Some people do not even want to get married, male and female alike. Do not let society push you. Why some people are not ready, they just want it later in life, right? That's what I was saying. Analyze yourself, understand yourself. If you fall within that category, don't let people push you, because you would feel like your life is going and like it's leaving you behind. Meanwhile, that might not be the case. It might just be a case of you are living in a bubble. You're living a life that you're not necessarily happy. Then you need to understand some things. Ask yourself, while you're doing this analysis, is your life lame? Is your life lame, or are you allowing social media deceive you? Because there's that instance of things are happening for people on social media. They're not posting the hustle and the bustle. They go to this place, they post. They go to the beach, they post. They travel out, they post. They do this, they post. And you are letting that pressure. You're thinking your life is lame. Meanwhile, you might just be living better than some of those people. So think about it very well. Is your life lame, or are you just being pressured by social media? Are men trash, or have you been picking the bad ones? There's also that, right? You need to understand yourself. What exactly is the problem? Are you just settling for guys, or are men actually scum? Are they actually trash? Are women actually trash? Or are you just the one who has been picking the bad ones or you just have a thing for bad boys or people that don't like you, like you're just settling. Also, do you not look good, or do you not dress your style? There are two different things, right? There are two different things. There are people who think they do not look good, they're not beautiful, they're not attractive, but that's not the problem. The problem is that they do not dress in a way that would fit them, that fits their shape, that fits their style, right? These are analysis you need to do. Are you unintelligent, or are you not tapping into your intelligence? Are you letting fear hold you back, or is it that you really do not have the expertise to do what you want to do? Do you talk too much? These are things you need to analyze and stop living in denial. If you cannot tell others the truth, if you cannot say it out there, you need to be able to tell yourself the truth. Fine, don't say it out there, don't agree, right? Don't agree when you're outside. But if you cannot analyze yourself and tell yourself the truth that, oh, okay, I need to change my wardrobe, I need to do this, I need to do that, okay, I don't eat healthy, the reason why I have back pain is because of this, I don't sleep well, I don't want kids, oh, I want kids, I actually want a man in my life, and forget men and women fighting on social media. That thing is not real. People are getting married every day, forget it. Okay, so you need to do all of this analysis, right? So you're trying to see, is it that you do not like this thing, or is something influencing your decision not to like that thing? That's the essence of this question. There are so many of them that you could go through. Ask yourself why you do the things. Now the next one is you need to adopt new habits and identify triggers. One of the triggers you have is your environment, where you currently stay, right? I keep saying it, the reason why you are who you are and what you do can be linked to where you stay. Right now, you may not be able to change your environment, that's fine, but you need to identify triggers within that environment. So your environment is just a very large trigger, right? Within that environment, there are sub triggers that you need to identify, and you need to do away with those habits. It could be the people you're hanging out with, it could be the places you hang out, it could be what you watch, what you read, what you see. That's why if you live in a face me I face you apartment, and you live with people who are always going out at night and going out late evening and coming back in the morning, right? You might want to distance yourself from them. If you join them going out and you feel like you're no longer of that life, you might want to distance yourself. But note that if you keep distancing yourself, they will stop calling you. You need to be ready to say, I don't want this life anymore. So your environment houses a lot of trigger. Your current environment could be your family, where you live. It houses a lot of triggers. You need to find out what are those triggers to those bad habits that you have. The people, the habits, the way of life. Now, if your environment houses triggers, you need to block out those triggers. Now, if your environment is the problem, you need to block out those triggers. Find a way to block out those triggers. It could be that people fight every day on your street or something. You need to be able to find a headset that you can wear that can help you concentrate on maybe reading, on studying, on working, something. You need to be able to watch movies or watch people online that will speak positivity. If you live in an environment that is filled with negativity, watch people that will fill you with positivity, that you can do what you think you want to do, things you want to achieve. You need to be able to align yourself with those things. So you need to swap old habits for new ones. It's not okay to say I want to eat healthy. You need to tell yourself, how do you want to eat healthy? What are the steps you need to adopt that will help you achieve that goal? It's not okay anymore to say I want a job. What are you doing? What are the things you need to do that will get you that job? And one thing is that it's not easy, because this is change, and most people are usually scared of change. But keep in mind that change is a sign of growth, and everything that is healthy grows. As you're growing, as you're evolving, as you're getting older, some attitudes, some of your interests currently will no longer serve, some of your hobbies will no longer serve, and you will need to change. The truth is that why this seems like a lot, sometimes you might not know that some part of you is changing, but it takes you to be intentional as well, to ensure that you're changing for the better. You're changing to who you want to be. You're not just changing randomly to somebody who you wake up and you're like, how did I get here? Who is this? I don't know you. I don't know if you get, okay? The essence of adopting new habits is you want to talk like who you are trying to be. So you walk, talk, and identify as who you are trying to be, right? You cannot be trying to be somebody cool-headed and you're seen fighting on the streets. You cannot want to be someone who identifies as a corporate person and every day you're walking around from morning till night. You might not have a job, but you can't be seen in your area walking around aimlessly doing nothing. Like it's not like you're running errands or you're doing something. No, you just wake up in the morning, you shower, you go and visit this person at this place, go and visit that person at this place. That's when you remember your friend in. No, you'd rather spend your time resting, reading, preparing for the moment when that job would come, or preparing for the moment where you have an opportunity, that interview. You're preparing for it so that when it comes, you are ready, right? You might not be getting a lot of offers, things might not be working out, but you're trying to prepare yourself for when that opportunity will show up. So what does the new version of you look like? The new version of you is somebody that watches Netflix all day, that watches movies all day. This new version of you is somebody that would roam around the streets. This new version of you is somebody that would see people and snub them. Is it somebody that would be seen drinking at bars? Is it somebody that goes clubbing? Is it somebody that walks into a room and, or is it somebody that opens their mouth and people are interested in listening to you? You need to analyze that person you want to be. What would that ideal day look like? And you need to try to walk the talk, right? To walk, talk, and identify as that person. Do the things that the person would normally do. That's the easiest way to adopt those habits, right? If it's, would that person bait morning and night, then you start baiting morning and night. Would that person always leave the house with a perfume and all of that? You're doing that. Would that person read a book? You're doing that. Would that person prepare for special moments? Would that person procrastinate? Would that person go to work, or would that person do nothing? Even if the job they want isn't coming, what would that person do? Work for the moment while they prepare for the higher moment? Or would that person just sit down and be like, you know what, no? Next you need to do is you need to plan your days. You need to plan and schedule. Plan your days. What days are your watch days? What days are your book days? What days are your shoot days if you have shoot days? And schedule things. See, and there's nothing like planning and scheduling. Like, plan things and schedule them. Block your calendar if you have to, like, block it. Because when you block your calendar, like when you set a reminder, it reminds you that, oh, you're supposed to do this right now, you're supposed to do that right now. Set appropriate say I want to, let me use content creation for instance, right? So you say I want to plan my week content. Sunday after church, I'm going to block like 3 hours of my time to plan my content for the week, like look for content, you know, all of that. Now if you don't put it on your calendar, something will definitely take your time. It could be a movie, it could be gist, it could be something. But when you plan it, when you get that reminder, immediately you're blocking your phone, putting your phone on DND, you are bringing out your laptop, you are working, you are doing that. It gives you that sense of responsibility that this is what I need to be doing by this time. This is, like, no matter what anybody's saying, you're like, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be doing this right now. And you would do it and you would achieve it. That way you end up not procrastinating. You end up achieving stuff when you set out to achieve them. You'll be proud of yourself, and over time these habits will build and you're able to do more. That's even the best part. You're able to do more with your time in a day, in a week, in months, in a year. You're able to achieve more. Now something else is you need to network and connect, because those will give you resources and the tools you need to do better. See, the thing with reinventing and rebranding yourself is you don't have to do it alone. Somebody has done it, the person has made mistakes, the person has learned from it, that person is living in their era. Why do you want to make your own mistake, right? I am pro, I don't have to make a mistake if somebody has made that mistake and I can learn from it, because there's so many other mistakes to be made, and that's the truth. So you don't have to suffer for it. Build relationship with people who share your interests and who share your goals. Connect with people on that level. There are people who have done this thing and they are there. Why don't you learn from them? Connect with them, follow them, let them inspire you. They've done it, they've seen it all. Let them inspire you. Follow them if it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. The thing with having a role model is that it propels you, because you like that person, you're seeing the person, you like that person, you want to be like this, right? It pushes you to be more. I'll tell you somebody I love so much, Kemi Adetiba. I love Kemi because I am someone who is appreciative of people's growth. It kind of keeps me, so where I am today, I'm like, don't worry, I'll get to where I'm going to. Because Kemi started from what? There's nothing I don't think on mainstream media that she hasn't done. hosting Martina dance hall. Like, what has she not done? And today we know her because of the big screen movies that she now does, correct? But I'm pretty sure, like I always say, that I do not even know half of her story. This is the part I've seen, Abby. I'm sure if we're able to invite Kemi to tell us how this all started, I might be shocked. I wouldn't know where they started from. And there's also that of comedians as well. Like, if you watch comedians over time, see that they rebrand and they reinvent themselves as time goes on. Yes, you will say, okay, money is part of it, right? But some of them, the jokes they used to crack when they started is not the same jokes they are currently throwing now, right? Some used to start in pubs, hotels, street jam and all of that. They no longer do that. They now have a niche. So most times you see some of them stick to corporate clean jokes, right? Because they've seen that, okay, this is not who I want to identify with, right? I want to identify as this person. I want to be this person, right? So it changes over time. It's not just you. You're not the first person. You're not the last person. So you need to find a role model. You need to find someone that you can anchor with, and understand that this thing takes time. Consistency is what you need. Consistency is what will get you to who you're trying to be. You need to identify what fulfills you, what charges you, what connects you back. God, family, because you cannot do this on your own. You need God, you need your family, you need accountability partners, because each time you fall off the shelf, you need somebody to pull you back and tell you, you know what, I know you can do this. I'm very sure you can do this. Oh babes, no, you're beginning to fall off the wagon, because there are days where you'll be like, oh, don't worry, no, don't worry, it's just today. These are people who tell you, no, it's not just today. Hold up, no, we don't agree. So they could be friends as well. So they are basically people who do it for you, help you out during this process, during this journey, keep you intact, keep you in check. So if you're on weight, if you want to go on a weight loss journey, these are people who will hold your hand and say, let's do this, we need to do this, or you have to do this. No cheat days. Now, also celebrate your progress. Check in with yourself, celebrate your progress, celebrate your journey. It could be a day, a week, a month, a year, right? Celebrate it, because it could be overwhelming if you're waiting for the final day, maybe like day 100, day 100 and whatever, or you're waiting for the final you would be so focused on the end that you would not realize that it is actually happening, right? And focusing on the end could just pull you down. You feel like this is a lot, meanwhile you've done a whole lot, but it's just you not focusing on the goals you've achieved, your little wins here and there. It's a new you most likely feel like a fraud, right? And that's the truth. You feel like you're impersonating someone, but you need to remind yourself that you're trying to reinvent. And that's why you need your family, your friends. That's why you need people who would stand for you, who would be there for you. Okay, I know it's not an easy thing, but I've watched somebody rebrand and reinvent herself, and that's it. I've watched her. She used to be a very young girl, someone who I'm quite older than, but she used to be a very young girl, and she was very popular, very talk active, chatty, loud, and all of that. And she went to school, came back, and was a whole different person, more put together, calmer. She was just everything. She was just everything new, like everything, giving the energy of new me in a very positive way. She used to talk over people, act like a baby, and then somebody who I was so used to calling my baby, like watch her talk, and sometimes I just shake my head. And this time around, she was put together, having straight adult conversation, clean, clear conversations. She was no longer the child we used to know, right? She was not she was leading up, right? And it was good. It felt good to see. And when I was talking with her, the next thing she asked me was, Auntie, don't you like the way I am now? Don't you like the way I look? Don't you like the way I act? I'm like, no, I am in awe. Like, I am amazed. I'm just teasing you, but I am amazed as to the woman you're growing to be, the woman you've become, and I am impressed. And yeah, I encourage her to do better. It was soothing to see. So it could be because you're a loud person, it could be your mannerisms you're trying to change. There are a whole lot of things people try to change, right? And it's just what it is. If you belong to any of this category, for whatever reason you're trying to reinvent yourself, it could be a bad habit or anything, right? It's important that you follow these steps. It's important that you stay consistent. It's important that you have a support group, partner, family. It's important that you also include God in your journey. Now, I know I've said a lot of things and it feels like a lot, all right, but you can always come back to rewatch this video and also tell me, what are you struggling with on your reinventing and rebranding journey? If you're someone who has already rebranded, how did you come about the person that you are today? What advice will you give to other people who are trying to reinvent and rebrand themselves? Okay, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chiamaka Okebo. I'm the girl's girl and the guy's girl. Yeah, on my channel we try to improve ourselves into high valued people, which is what I'm currently doing for myself, and I'm also dragging people along with me and teaching them. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.